All right, hey everyone. So I want to make this very important video. This is a huge breakthrough I had about a year ago, and it keeps coming even more and more true and more applicable.
First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is no
while America's infrastructure.
We fought for moral reasons. We stood up for what was right.
This nation will rise up.
So the base statement and concept here is that what you focus on is what grows. And there's a lot of nuance to this though, because a lot of the times we think we're focusing on what we want or our goals or dreams or whatever, but in reality we're focusing on the lack of it. And so we just stay in this perpetual state of being stuck and perpetual state of frustration, and then that's actually what we're focused on. So then that's just what grows. So how do you really get clear on what are you focusing on? Well, so I use something called self-forgiveness writing, and every day for about 20 minutes I sit down, I set a timer, and I just start writing. And it's like a little process. I put in the self-perfected group, but this is the crux of it, is there's certain things in our life that are working. Sometimes it's working very well, sometimes it's working just a little bit. But that's what you want to participate in. Like your being, like who you really are, that's what you need to participate in. And you'll know the difference when you can really sit down and just breathe and look at yourself. The difference is that sometimes we're participating just in the lack. And then our being and who we are just goes straight into lack and like, oh, like this sucks, and why isn't it growing faster, and blah, 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 all that. But the thing to look at and really direct yourself, it's like a little nuanced point where you direct yourself, is into, okay, what is actually working? So for myself, I'm looking at my business and like how it's growing. And I just look at the stats, right? I look at real objective reality of what are the real numbers of it. And then that's what I focus on. And then I look at, okay, how do I add a little bit more to that? How do I accumulate a little bit more responsibility? How do I improve that just a little bit more, right? And that focus on that growth, that's like you see the tree, right? It's like the tree is just focused on what's working. When it goes from a seed to a little bit bigger, right? A little sprout, and then it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows over however many freaking years. It's focused technically on what is working. It's not focused on the fact that it lacks being 50 feet tall at the beginning. It's focused, and its being and everything about it is just on, okay, grow a little bit more today, a little bit more today, a little bit more, till you see it being like that. So that, focus on what's working. Don't focus on the lack. If you're focused on the lack, you're screwed. Like, for real, it keeps you in a perpetual state of being stuck. And that is, I mean, that's not going to serve anybody. And if you don't know how to assess what are you really focused on, sit down with a piece of paper, set a timer for 20 minutes, and just start writing, start ranting. And then you'll see, and just write out like what is actually working in my life. It may be a lot, it may not be much, but you got to focus on what's actually working and then build from there. It'd be like building a house on just a shitty foundation of sand, and you're just focused on lack and how you don't have a house the whole time. Versus you find at least a base bottom, like a base foundation, and hey, that's working, right? Because it's solid. And you build a little bit, little bit, little bit. So that's something to consider today. Focus on what's working. Don't let yourself go into the lack, right? If you experience doubt, use it as a teacher, right? Figure out that that's where you need to continue to refine what you know and understand. Then keep building one day at a time. That's how reality works, right? Tree grows a little bit every single day. That's how you grow too. Hey everyone, so I don't sponsor my videos at all, but I do like to at least say, for those who resonate with the message that I share, I do offer both personal mentorship as well as business mentorship. In personal life, I've made a lot of moves over the past few years. Now I have a beautiful wife, homestead, and all of that. In terms of business, I have One of my companies went from 3K to 30K a month in profit, as well as I have another business that I'm at over 150K this year in investments and things like that. So if that resonates and you want to actually make a positive impact with that type of money, just reach out, send me a message, and we'll chat.